So who is Patrick Dorgu and why do Manchester United want to sign him this January to unlock Ruben Amorim's wing-back system at Manchester United? So Patrick Dorgu is 20 years old, 6'2", and is predominantly a left-sided fullback, although he can play on the right side as well, and has even played right wing for his current club, Lecce. So Fabrizio Romano is currently quoting that this would cost Manchester United £34 million, with Lecce wanting quite a high fee for the 20-year-old, but Manchester United are hoping to negotiate it to £20 to £25 million. Now, for me personally, I think that £20 to £25 million is more than fair when you're buying a player basically based off pure potential. Yes, he has a high ceiling. Yes, he's been very well scouted for Manchester United and he's a profile that suits Ruben Amorim's system, but he's played less than 3,000 professional minutes. He plays for Lecce in Serie A, a club towards the bottom of that league. I think £20 to £25 million is more than fair. You look at what Manchester United did with Amad. Everyone keeps saying Manchester United paid £40 million for Amad to Atalanta. We didn't. We paid around £17-18 million, and then it was performance-related add-ons that take it up to £40 million. That's the type of deal that we should do for Dorgu. With the performance-related add-ons, if he plays a certain amount of games for Manchester United, if he goes on to hit the heights that we hope he does, then you fulfil the fee for up to £30 to £35 million. But right now, I think £20 million to £25 million is the ballpark that Manchester United should be negotiating in, and I think you can get that deal done for that price, which, again, I know there'll be question marks, and we'll get into his profiling, the influence that Christopher Vivell has had on this signing. But if you ask me, Beth, would you rather go for a Aït-Nouri, a Kerkez, a Nuno Mendes, somebody who's experienced, someone who I've watched play multiple times and I know is going to be able to come in to this Ruben Amorim system and thrive in the Premier League and he's ready for now? I would say yes, I would. Aït-Nouri is someone that Ruben Amorim, it's been reported that he wanted for this system. Kerkez is someone that Manchester United have scouted for a long time. Romano was speaking about him this time last year. Nuno Mendes was Manchester United's top choice. We wanted to go for him in January, but he's way too expensive. He isn't first choice Dorgu, but he does fit the profile and he does fit the price point of what we need. It is a risk, but what they say is it's low risk, high reward, and it might not be a top choice. And in the past, Manchester United haven't always got the top choice, and we've gone for low budget, risky signings and they haven't quite worked out. But in this case, I do think that Dorgu is different in terms of the profiling and how well he suits what Ruben Amorim wants. And with the fee that is being asked for him, around 20 million, if it doesn't work out and he doesn't become a first teamer straight away, you can always go back into the left back market in the summer once you've shifted Luke Shaw and Tyrell Malacia. So like I said, unlike in the past where I think we've rushed signings and gone for quick fixes or budget options to try and cover up areas of Manchester United's squad that massively need improving, I think Dorgu is an example of how the transfer strategy is changing at Manchester United. What does Ruben Amorim need? He needs wing-backs that are physically capable, that have very good technical ability, have high footballing IQ, very good ball carriers, excellent one-on-one, physical, pacey players, and Dorgu does tick all of them boxes. The first box he ticks is that he's versatile. He can play on the left side, which is, thank you. I mean, we all know, we've been praying, we've been on our knees for a left back for 18 months now, and that is where I think he'll come in to start to play at Manchester United. So he can play as a left back. That is his predominant position, predominantly left-footed, but very comfortable on his right foot as well. I would also not be surprised to see him playing right wing back for Manchester United, and for Lecce he's played right wing in the past as well. So very good in terms of his attacking attributes and how good he is going forward and getting the ball into the box. Not only is he good at getting the ball into the box in terms of 1v1, he is a very, very good dribbler of the ball and often loses his opponent 1v1. That is something that Manchester United need. He can go on the outside, he can go on the inside due to being comfortable on both feet. But not only is he good with the ball at his feet, sticks to him like glue, he's also good in terms of his football intelligence, like I was saying, and his pace. His quick turn of pace and his short bursting runs can lose defenders, and he can make overlapping and underlapping runs into the penalty box, which again gives Manchester United more attacking threat in that final third. How often have we said we need more attacking threat from our fullbacks? We need more attacking threat from our wide players, especially in a system like Ruben Amorim's, where currently you've got Dallo Mazraoui playing there. They're not the most attacking fullbacks that you can have. Whereas this guy, Dorgu, is going to bring that attacking threat to Manchester United. Manchester United are also lacking ball carriers and crying out for a ball carrier. He does this, especially in terms of dribbling with the ball, like I've said, an excellent dribbler, fearless 1v1. Also draws a lot of fouls, which can be great for set pieces. So that's something that you can watch for with Dorgu. Getting fouls in and around the box, always helpful from an attacking side of things. Defensively, good defensively, very aggressive in the tackle, lacks a little bit of defensive discipline in terms of his positioning, but that's because of his age and that's because of his inexperience. You'd like to hope he can develop that. And when you're playing in a back five and pushing up as a wing back, of course you've got to be defensively solid, but the main thing that we need from our wing-backs is good attacking output, and he definitely does provide that. The fact that Dorgu is 6'2" ticks a lot of boxes as well. We know Manchester United need more aerial presence, but sometimes you can be a tall player and don't have much aerial threat. Dorgu does have aerial threat. Often in times in his battles and his duels, he is winning the first header. It's good in a sense of defending because we need more aerial presence, defending set pieces. We know that we need that. If you've watched Manchester United at all within the past season, you know we need more aerial threat there. But going forward, he provides that aerial threat as well. His high turn of pace that I said can be a threat in short bursts running forward to get into space and creating an attacking threat also works in terms of recovery pace, in terms of defending for his club as well and defending for his team. In terms of stats, this is something that really stood out to me and grabbed my attention. So Patrick Dorgu, top 7 league under-22 fullbacks with most successful attacking actions. Third is Balde with 62. Second is Kunda from Sporting Lisbon, who Ruben Amorim worked with, 17 years old, is now flourishing. One of the best talents coming through Europe. And then first is Patrick Dorgu, 20 years old, with 79. So that's really good when you're looking at them types of players, Balde and Kunda, who are doing super well for their clubs their clubs are more advanced than what Lecce is, let's put it that way. And then you also look at it, and Patrick Dorgu ranks in the top 4% of fullbacks across Europe's top 5 leagues for carries into the final third, and top 6% for expected goals. Again, providing that goal threat, providing that creativity threat in the final third that Manchester United lacks so much of now. He really is hopefully going to unlock doors for Ruben Amorim from now until the end of the season if we do get him in. What I would say, though, is it is a risky signing. There's going to be a lot of pressure on this player. He's only 20. You can't expect him to be the next coming of Cafu. And in the long run, we might need to re-enter this market. It is a fact right now that Kerkez, Aït-Nouri, Nuno Mendes, they are all miles ahead of Dorgu in terms of experience, and they have a higher success rate of coming into a club at Manchester United and being able to do the business. You are buying Dorgu based off potential. And I do look at it and I think we have Harry Armas at 17 years old. We have Diego Leon, who we've just scouted and brought in and has gone back to his club, but we're going to assess him in the pre-season whether he needs to go on another loan or not. It's 17 years old. He's built super physically capable, super physically able. Will he be able to come into the Manchester United first team anytime soon? I'm not so sure. So we do have potential, and I don't want to turn into potential FC. We're always buying potential and neglecting the now. But I do think Dorgu is much far ahead of Diego Leon and Harry Armas as of now. He's had that experience playing in Serie A, and I do think it is a risk worth taking. If it's Dorgu or nothing, you have to go for this player. He ticks the boxes you need in a wing-back for Ruben Amorim's system. He's versatile, he can play multiple positions, and if it doesn't work out, like I said, and he's not quite at the level that you need, you still have money to re-enter this market in the summer when you do inevitably move on players that are taking up spots right now, like Malacia and Luke Shaw. So if it's this or nothing, I think you've got to go for it. Based off what I've seen, I cannot say that I've watched game upon game upon game upon game of Lecce. I didn't even know who Dorgu was until we got linked to him a couple of weeks ago through Fabrizio Romano. This right here is just pure research, looking into the player, just a baseline of what he is about, to tell you guys what are his strengths, what are his weaknesses, and what you can expect. But what I would say is I know we've bought potential before, I know that we have rush signings before, and I know a lot of people aren't happy that we haven't always gone for our first choice, and that has gone on to bite us. It has. We've done it multiple times. But I do think this is a different approach. I do think he's been well scouted. I do think he's been well profiled to a Ruben Amorim system. And what you've got to remember is Ruben Amorim has worked with youth. He's worked with talent coming through Sporting's academy. He's worked with young players that you've not known before at Sporting and developed them. Look at what Kunda's now doing for Sporting Lisbon. He's 17 years old. Ruben Amorim had a big part to play in his development. So they are the positive signs, and there is a player there. There is a player there. Whether he can do it now, let's wait and see. But I think Manchester United have to take that risk. We can't afford to go and spend £60+ million on an experienced player as much as we'd want to. And if you got a left-sided player in now, or just a wing-back that can play the way Ruben Amorim wants to play, that could be the difference between getting Champions League football by winning the Europa League or getting European football by winning the FA Cup. So let's see if Manchester United do decide to act on it. If Christopher Vivell's hands are in on this, and I think they are, that's a positive sign. Look at his success rate at identifying young talent before they go and explode. We've got to trust our scouts. We've got to trust our recruitment team. That is what they're there for. And it was only a little while ago that we were all having the discussion. We need to do what Brighton do. We need to get players in before they explode. I understand you've got more time to develop players at Brighton. At Manchester United, there's a lot more eyes on you. But look at where we are in the league. Look at where we are in the league. We're not fighting for top 4. We're not fighting for top 6. We're in the bottom half of the table. We have got to give players a chance. And if Patrick Dorgu has been identified by our recruitment team, let's trust them and see what happens. I'm not saying he's going to be the next big thing, but he does look like he's been well scouted. Thank you for watching, everyone. Make sure you hit a like on the video if you haven't already. Get in the comments down below. Are you excited for Patrick Dorgu? This deal could happen very quickly if Manchester United want it to. And what is the right price that Manchester United should pay for this player? And if you like this type of video, let me know in the comments, and hopefully we'll be able to do more, as hopefully Manchester United sign more players for Ruben Amorim. Back the manager, sign players to suit his system. Thank you for watching, everyone, and we will see you on the next one.